Hi Tanya.
Hello.
So we're gonna record this interview about you. So we'll review the case of Tanya Zhukova.
He has something on me, you see?
Yeah, I've got something on you. You know, we need to switch it on, just in case. So you probably expect some general questions about you.
Yes.
And later I will tell you what I think about you, etc. You will tell us something about yourself, etc., etc.
Okay.
And you know, I was thinking about bringing this product here, I mean food, particular type of food. But I thought that it would be too much. So I...
Hummus?
Come on, it's not interesting.
No?
I want to know your associations about this.
Ooh.
Are you gonna confess?
Wait. I talked about salty fish just...
Who knows?
Just 10, 15 minutes ago.
You see?
You had time to print it?
No, I didn't have time. I printed it out several hours ago.
But how did you know? I like fish.
It's not about what you like, but you need to confess about something. And it is connected with this product, with this type of food.
Okay, that's my favorite type of fish. And
What else?
I do.
If you confess, your sentence won't be that heavy, you know.
Oh, I don't know what you mean, but I have a favorite salad that I make every year, just before New Year, for the whole family and for people I really like. It's called herring under fur coat.
It's very interesting. Sorry, I just want to make sure. I'm always nervous that something is wrong with the video.
Okay.
Maybe it reminds me about something from your childhood, no?
Well, I've been making this salad with herring as long as I remember myself. So.
What about doing something naughty? No?
Yes.
You should confess.
But how did I tell you?
Who knows? I know everything anyway.
Oh my goodness! Oh well, I had that. Maybe I told you right. When I was yes, I told you. When I was little, I was a really naughty child. Just I don't know how my parents survived my childhood, and I do have right now also an uncle.
I'm a cockroach, and you should shout at me. Remember?
Okay. And my uncle, I was really mischievous and wanted to make a bad thing to my uncle. And when he was hurrying to university, I put a herring into his suitcase.
Just a reminder, it was his first day as a teacher,
Yes.
as a young teacher.
Yes.
You put what? Sorry?
Herring. This
Salted
thing,
fish, yeah.
salted fish into his suitcase.
What were the consequences?
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. May I not share? I feel guilty. I feel guilty. My uncle Sasha, if you're watching this, I feel so terrible. Forgive me, please.
What did he say about this experience?
He was.
What was his day ruined?
His day was ruined. It was totally ruined, and it's better not to remember this black day.
But, so anyway, you've made a confession.
Yes.
But what does it say about you? Are you an adventurous person? Are you naughty sometimes? Can you be naughty?
Yeah, sometimes I am. Yes. Yeah. I don't really like this side of me, but sometimes I can be a troll. Yes. Sometimes at work people say that. It's like, sometimes you can be a troll, you know?
So now we know something about you. We can move on to our formal procedure.
I'm so surprised you remember that.
I remember everything, you know. So I have a very formal question to you, Tanya. Who are you? What do we need to know to get the flavor of what you're like as a person? And what do you do when you have free time? Okay, to make it easier for you, that I know that you are an educated lady. You are an interesting person. Your life is quite interesting. You do some stuff. You go to English club, etc., etc. You read books sometimes. Sometimes it takes you quite a lot.
Provided by you.
Sometimes it takes you quite a lot of time.
Like a year.
So what else can you say about yourself?
Oh well, I wouldn't like to define myself as a professional, like saying my my title at work. I don't really like that. I would say I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. I would like to describe myself in these terms, like in terms of human relationships.
Okay, what are you like as a friend?
I hope I'm a loyal, trusted friend. Well, at least I'm trying to be so this way. Yeah, I like building meaningful relationships with people. I like contributing to people's lives, to participate in their lives. Yeah, so um, well, about my free time, I'm a bit chaotic because I have
Yeah,
so
I
many
remember
interests.
your close friend Natasha told us about it, that you are
Yeah,
quite chaotic.
yeah. I have so many interests, and sometimes I'm dragged to this event, and then I'm dragged to this
Does it
event.
happen sometimes that you don't know what you want?
Yeah, sometimes I'm offered so many options that I'm hesitating which one shall I choose. So that happens to me quite often. Well, I paint a little bit because I graduated from the art school. I had 4 years there. Well, I reading, walking, cycling. I have a bicycle. I like going to educational events, cultural events like music concerts, theaters, cinemas. Um, uh, at weekends, usually I spend my Saturday at my aunt's place. This is my mother's sister. She lives in Bataysk, and she's a mother of large family. She has 6 kids.
Oh.
Yeah. Kids are great, and I.
So you have someone to sing your songs with.
Yeah. And
Now I know.
yeah, I come to help with babysitting. So that's with a night. I come over for a night, and yeah, I help there. Yeah,
What about your degree at university?
Yeah, I've graduated from the Southern Federal University. It's
You know, sometimes I try to call you a philologist, sometimes I try to call you a linguist. What are you in reality?
Yes, the faculty used to be called, now it's different, it has a different name, but at the time when I studied, it was called Faculty of Philology and Journalism and the Department of Romano-Germanic Languages.
But by the way, is it true that good philologists never work as philologists? I mean, like you work in IT.
I don't know. Well, it's different. Most of my friends work as teachers of English at municipal schools or language schools, and well, yes, I winded up as a translator at an IT company, and I don't regret it. So it's really worth it. So we had a bit of philology. That means we studied literature, and we had a part of linguistic studies that included some research into languages and stuff.
And they probably taught you something.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Okay. So Tanya, you've been with English Talk Show for more than 2 years, probably, according to my estimates. I'm not really sure. What are the unobvious facts which attract you to English Talk Show, except that English Talk Show is about interesting people, it's an interesting place, blah blah blah. What else?
Libyak, that's what I wanted to tell you about, interesting people and atmosphere.
But you probably agree that English Talk Show is not just about the language. I have to admit that English Talk Show is like some psychological circle, and we share ideas. So what can you say? What attracts you?
Yeah, you're right that it's not a English here is not an aim, it's a tool, and the main thing is how we communicate, and during these years of 7 years of English Talk Show, I think you've built a community, a real family.
That's what I try to do.
Yeah, and I really enjoy this spirit, this bond of family when you come, and you're not just listened to, you're heard, and you're not just seen, like you're not just looked at, you are seen, like you feel like in a family circle.
Tanya, but you have so much English in your life at work. You had so much English when you were a student. Aren't you fed up with English? I mean, by the end of the day, you could feel sick of English, But in the end of a busy day, you come here to us. How does it work?
Actually, I always look forward to to coming to an English show. It's like, creative outlet, or I don't know, something I'm always looking forward to. Well, at work, as you know, I'm not just a translator, I'm a manager, and it's like 50-50, or even a shift is even greater, like 60-40 of managing tasks and translating. And it's not just translating, it's mainly reviewing someone else's work. And I don't know, I would like to chat, because my tasks are connected with a lot of typing and written work, and I really like to speak. And as I told you about women's quote, women's need to express themselves with 20,000 words per day, and I really like to speak up.
You can express yourself.
Yeah.
Then maybe it sounds strange, but I really miss you when you miss English talk show. But at the same time, it makes me a little bit happy when you are not with us, because I know that if you don't come every time, then you have some freedom not to come. This relationship is very well. It is your own wish to come here. That's what I like.
Yep. What should I say?
I just try to express that I really like the freedom of our club, because you're not supposed to come every time.
Yes, and on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will always forgive you for being late.
Thank you, especially today.
Yeah.
Did I make you nervous that I won't come?
No, I just checked VK, and I knew that if you were not going to come, you would probably send me a message. So I was sure that you were coming anyway. And so, how come you have so much energy to come here? I mean, you are physically tired probably. You woke up at 6 o'clock even earlier than I do.
Yeah. But I go to sleep earlier as well. It's like 10 or 11 p.m. I just switch off my mind. I don't have to, to take melatonin pills or something. I just switch off, and that's it. Well, actually, that's connected with what I said. Like, I really look forward to English talk shows. That's why I feel energetic. I don't really feel that energetic on other days of the week.
Really?
in the evening. Yes.
Hopefully it will be the same. It will continue. But what can you say? What can be improved in our club? I mean, as I told you, expelling Eugene is out of consideration.
No, I really like Eugene.
I also like him.
Yes. I find that he's so sincere and genuine. He's expressing his feelings.
You just need to get used to him. I think.
But I have those types of people in my life, like Eugene. And I really like them. I have friends who are similar to his disposition, his nature, and I really like these people. So it's.
And they're also noisy.
They're noisy, but it's fun. It's like a cherry on top of the show.
What can you say? What can be improved, in your opinion, in our club? I mean, maybe we need to serve champagne, or what do you need?
I've been thinking about it, and I haven't found an answer.
For many years I tried to invent something. Well, at least I invented something new. This interview. So now I don't just finish our English club. I also continue and I record interviews with interesting people like you.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
But in addition to that, I was thinking about some board games or something else. But people feel quite tired, so we'll probably continue discussing just 4 topics, and that's all.
Because we have those guys from international space on Sundays, and they play games, and those who want to play games, they can go to their place.
Yeah, but we're still tolerant.
We're still tolerant. Hello, guys. So nothing. If you get creative outside of the speaking club, it's cool. But inside the speaking club, the format it's perfect. There's nothing to be improved there.
But do you think it can survive for decades? I don't know.
Yes, yes. As long as you make up those interesting topics as you do, I guess yes.
Oh, I have plenty of them at home. I mean, I have a notebook like this full of
Really?
new topics. I write them down all the time, so it's not a problem.
Like hamon. Slices of hamon.
Yeah, slices of hamon, you're right. But I don't know, several years ago I had some doubts about my English club that maybe, Alibek, you are a mature person, why the hell you do it? Maybe it's time to stop. But during quite hard times, my English club gave me so much energy, and now I feel almost grateful to this club, and I will probably continue. Hopefully, nothing will prevent me from doing so. But who knows? Maybe someday, as I told you, I will feel like Mr. Yakubovich with babushkas and dedushkas coming to me with their pickled cucumbers as presents.
I will bring my children, my grandchildren to a club. It will be fun.
They will sing a song.
Yes.
Tanya, you seem to be a person with quite an active lifestyle, and your life seems to be interesting, but what if it could be even more interesting? How could you do that?
It's not an aim for me to be interesting or to make my life interesting. It's like the way it is.
By the way, do you see yourself living in Rostov for many years?
I like the city, but I wouldn't mind moving to the countryside. As I just told you some other times.
So you're not dreaming about moving to Moscow?
No way. Well, I might make an exception depending on circumstances, but at the moment I'm not planning on doing this.
And by the way, about big changes in life, you probably know that they don't come easily, and you work with IT people, you know something about the iterative approach to doing things. Do you think an iterative approach can work in real life?
Yes, I do. I think it's a good approach. Like when you develop habits by making repeated actions over and over again, right? Like those.
It's not only about repeating some actions, it's also about repeating them and
analyzing and
doing them better on the next stage.
Yeah. I really like that, and I believe in psychology is similar concept in psychology is called an art of small steps, and it's a really good way of doing things.
What I really like about this approach, I mean, it's my understanding in my life, is that you can make a new iteration without even thinking about the next one. For example, can you tell us, by the way, how you became a vegetarian?
Oh, you're revealing some facts about me. Oh, well, I had a crisis in my life.
Well, first of all, what was the basis for this decision? Some moral standards?
No, I didn't feel...
Nutrition issues?
No, guys, I know that many people convert into vegetarian when they see some movies about animals tortured.
Being slaughtered?
Yes, but I had part of my childhood, I spent part of my childhood at my grandma's countryside house, and it was a natural thing to prepare.
To slaughter a pig or?
Yeah, to slaughter a pig or, a rooster, for example, for a soup. So it wasn't a surprise for me to see these things. So they're not ethical. Of course they matter, but not that much to turn me into vegetarian. I had some kind of internal crisis, and I searched for ways to change something in my life, and I thought that food is a change that, it's a change that is big enough to make a difference in your life. And at that time, when I was just like considering this option, a new office manager was hired to our office, and she was a vegetarian. And she offered to have a vegetarian menu. Like, we have a chef at our office, and he cooks food for us for lunch, and usually it's meat based, but she offered to, what if we have something plant based? and it was like, you know, the answer for me. Like I was researching this topic, and I was hoping I would become vegetarian one day. And then she came and offered it, and why not? Why not?
Do you feel better after becoming a vegetarian?
Oh, during during a couple of months, I felt terrible.
Really?
Yes, you know, those bad things that build up in your body. They
start to leave you.
Yes, they started to leave me. It felt terrible.
I understand.
Yes, and after that, it was better and getting better and better and better.
So for you, it wasn't some moral choice. It was just a way to change your life.
Yes, I want to change my life. Yes.
Yeah. I was asking you because I think it's that iterative approach can really work in becoming a vegetarian.
Yes.
I mean, first you can stop eating something, then something else.
Yes, yeah, I think you're right, because right now I'm not a strict vegetarian. I dropped...
You eat this as far
yes,
as you
yes, I can't...
You see, I almost knew.
Yes. I like fish so much, I'm so addicted to it. I still eat fish, seafood, and milk-based products.
But maybe you shouldn't quit eating fish, you know.
Maybe I shouldn't.
I have an aunt, and she is almost a vegetarian, but sometimes she eats chicken and fish, and when we ask her, she said, "Oh, you know, chicken is quite stupid."
Chicken is stupid.
Yeah, fish is also stupid, but who knows?
Yeah.
And something else I wanted to ask you. So you probably know that our lives have some time limitations.
Yeah.
I mean, to make it simple, sorry for saying this, but
we all die.
in 30, 40, or the best case scenario, 50 years, it is highly likely I will be dead and forgotten.
No.
Hopefully. And hopefully with you it's going to happen much later, but anyway, it's going to happen. Our lifetimes are limited, and we know it. We say that we need to enjoy every moment, blah blah blah, that we need to live our lives as if it is our last day, etc. But unfortunately for many people it doesn't really work. Maybe you have your own approach to living your life the way you want. How do you feel the limitations of your time?
You know, when I was considering the vegetarian option, I also tried to deepen my understanding of everything that's happening around me. So it was also like a philosophical breakthrough for me. Like I started to consider other things around me and thinking about this issue too. And I came around one quote of a man. I will quote it now. We are, and that's the motto I live by. We are only visitors in this world. We are here only for 100 years at the very most. And during that time, we have to make something important and meaningful with our lives. If you contribute to other people's happiness, it's the true meaning of life.
But you know, other people won't exist. I mean, this whole universe will not exist someday. I know something about the physics. But by the way, will you agree with me about my idea that life is pointless, but it's better to make it interesting?
Yes, I agree with it.
Can you truly call it pointless?
From the materialistic point of view, it is, because we'll all die, our bodies will turn to dust, and I know everything we have built here, everything we have collected here, like cars, apartments, like fancy gadgets, clothes, it will go to waste. So from a materialistic point of view, it's pointless. But it's not only about materialistic, alright? Alibek, from my point of view, you are living by my motto, like you contribute to other people's happiness, like you are building, you're creating space, meaningful space for people to communicate, to learn English, to develop, to share their views, and for me it's like a true meaning, like it's really very.
That's what I try to do. I try to enjoy my life, you know, and sometimes if you feel that you are good at something, maybe you should just do it.
Yeah, keep up this work.
Yeah. By the way, today we've discussed our guilty pleasures. You've already told us something about it, but could you repeat again to our viewers? So your guilty pleasures eating late at night, right?
Yeah,
Hummus.
and
Some vegetarian stuff.
like eating fish. I
Come on, it's not such a guilty pleasure. Just look at that fish.
But it's salty, and if you fish it, if you
If
eat
only
it.
I knew that you like it so much. I was seriously considering bringing some herring here, but I was sure that it would be too much, you know.
Yeah, it's my addiction, and when I'm in my bed before before I go to sleep, yeah, and I think about this fish in the fridge, and if I eat it, it's really salty. So I'm thirsty after eating it, and I want to drink, and I drink, and then I wake up with swollen face. Like it's terrible. It's so terrible.
It's not such a guilty pleasure, trust me.
Yeah, but it's
And other guilty pleasures? Maybe you were not brave enough to mention them today.
procrastination, Olivia. It's procrastination.
But I don't trust you can actually procrastinate. Come on, you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. I do my morning exercise like for 40 minutes maybe. Then I do some practice. Then I prepare breakfast. Then I go to shower and I dress up
So
and put
amazing
on
you have
makeup.
time for preparing your breakfast, you know.
Oh, but it takes so much time. So I wake up at 6 a.m. and then I go to work at 10 or even 11, and everyone is looking at me like, you're a sleepy person. Like you sleep so much. You know.
That's what I probably feel about my developers who work with me, you know, because I come to work by 8:30 and they usually come at 9:30 or 10. Yeah, that's what happens.
And do you think you are judging them?
Yeah, I'm what?
You are judging them.
Not necessarily, but I wish some of them went to work earlier, you know.
You're one of those people who should judgy looks at me.
No, I'm not a judge, although we're, as you can see, reviewing your case. But
Yeah.
anyway. So another question: we all work in our respective spheres of the economy. We're focused on something, but is it important for you to understand the main picture, the general picture?
Yes. It's nice to meet people from different walks of life and discuss with them how they live, how they work, how they see the world. Like I work within the in this IT sphere, and most of my colleagues and friends and close people, they're from IT, and like I'm in a bubble, in this IT bubble.
By the way, if we put our tolerance aside, could you say that some of IT people are narrow-minded?
In some ways they are. In some ways, yes. Yeah, listen, just we had that corporate meeting, maybe you saw on Instagram, on Saturday, and a developer came up to me, and well, not actually a web developer, web designer, and I know, I feel we're losing something in our industry. I think like I'm not paid properly, yes, and I don't feel like I'm at the at avant-garde, like how to put it into words, like I'm not doing the cutting edge things.
Oh goodness.
Like I'm not doing the fashionable, not the fashionable, not trendy, but you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it is this type of people who think that there is always something better.
I don't know.
They don't appreciate what they have.
Yes, Yes, and I told, do you know how people work at Rosselmash or Uralmash, or how my parents...
I don't even want to think about it.
Yes.
Some people work really hard.
So they have no idea, most of them have no idea how people live outside the IT sphere.
Well, they, at your office, they even fed,
Yes.
as you told us.
Yes.
So what else could they possibly need?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't answer a question.
No, I'm asking you this question because some time ago, after I started working for the IT industry, luckily I still read newspapers. I need to find time for doing that on Saturday or Sunday. But since I started working in IT, I lost this understanding of what's happening in the world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really important for me because sometimes understanding of what's going on in the world can really help you act properly.
Yeah.
If something global happens.
Yeah, I was in the grasp of things working at IT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any questions to me, Tanya? You want?
Yes. Yes.
You are prepared.
I do have questions.
Let's start.
Alibek, how come that I always want to go to concerts? I wanted to go to Zavrebi concert. I wanted to go that Kino concert, the tribute concert for Viktor Tsoi. And well, I saw you on Instagram going to those places. How?
You mean the coincidence or what?
Yes, and the coincidence.
Or how I managed to do that?
Yes, and how you managed to do that?
Well, I have some secrets and connections. So I just managed to get there. And accidentally.
Tickets?
Well, I had a ticket, but maybe I didn't pay for it.
Invitation.
Yeah, it was an invitation. Yeah. Yeah, I like to go to concerts. Sometimes I have no idea about the band. For example, that Zhukova, right?
Yes. Yes.
It was my first time I saw them, but I like the guys.
They're cool. Like I was like, oh, how come Alibek enjoys the same room and he manages to go there? How and how often? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Anything else we'd like to know about?
Yes.
Sorry, I just want to make sure. I'm always nervous about the video.
Aren't we long?
No, don't worry. Everything is fine. There was some reminder. What else do you want to know, Tanya?
How do you manage to... Well, no, not how you manage. I've been with you with your English club for 2 years, and I don't know the story how you founded the club.
So it started back in 2012 at a place called Uli. It was another anti-cafe.
Zhukova Street.
Yes.
I've been there.
Did you go there?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
It's a pity I didn't know you those days. So it started at that place, then that place was closed.
Mm-hmm.
And about the way it started, so the owners of Uli once told me, Alibek, what about organizing some English club? And I said, why not? So I just, but those days we were so active, we probably discussed 7 or 8 topics every day. I mean, instead of 4, we discussed 8 topics, but it was too much now, I realize it. So it started, actually almost nothing changed, but those days I was more active, so we had our meetings on Tuesday and Sunday. Now I'm not that active, I don't like this phrase, but anyway, I don't have so much free time. And almost nothing changed during those 7 years. This, we discussed 4 topics. People change, some people come to me on a regular basis, like Edward, you know, Edward, who you managed to feed today.
Yes.
And I still feel angry that he accepted some food from you, but for 7 years he didn't accept any food from me. Can you imagine, Tanya?
But well, our diets are like were similar.
But now at least I know what to feed him with.
Yeah, I knew what he would accept.
But why didn't he accept hummus from me? It is so natural.
But you know, it's fatty. It's quite fatty, and it contains things he doesn't eat. Yes, dates. It's harmful. It's like what dates can do to your health.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Anything else you'd like to know?
And how did they know that you studied English, that you're proficient in English?
Well, I wasn't so proficient in English those days, by the way, because it was, I had, those days I had recently returned from the UK, but to be honest with you, my English wasn't perfect at all. Even now it's not perfect at all, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's fine. But those days it wasn't perfect at all, but I probably mentioned that I lived in the UK or something like that. So that was their offer for me to be a host. But probably at the time our meetings were a little bit different. Maybe I wasn't so active, I wasn't emotional at all. You know, you probably know I'm an introvert.
Yes.
Talking to you.
Yes.
And I wasn't emotional at all, and those 7 years of being a host of English talk show taught me how to be a little bit emotional.
But you know, when I was substituting you as a host, I really felt the effort you're putting into the show.
Yeah, it can be a little bit different. So as I told you some time ago, I'm like Andrei Malachov, but in English.
No, I like to think about you as, well...
Yakubovich.
Yakubovich.
Where are the pickled cucumbers then?
I will bring next time.
I don't mind.
I promise. Well, yeah. So, that's all. No questions.
Again, I forgot something.
Oh, what?
Oh, our video is so unprofessional. Sorry, guys.
No, it's totally fine. It's live.
So
we're playing by ear.
So Tanya, according to my papers, don't worry, there are no secrets here anymore. According to my papers, you are accused of being a very interesting person, a nice lady, and everything. And you found guilty, and you are sentenced to a very interesting life and one more day at Zifferblatt.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that. I've used the previous ones already. Yeah, thank you.
It will be a part of our procedure.
It will come in handy. Thank you, Albert.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to say to our viewers? Express yourself. I mean, you can say anything you want.
Yeah, guys, it's a totally amazing event here at Zifferblatt, and I'm so grateful I found out about this English club, because I've been to several events, and until I found this one, I've tried so many clubs and events, and so my friends called me even chaotic. But now I found this club. It's cool.
But still, Tanya, can you tell me, don't you feel tired of English talk shows sometimes?
No.
You know, I just imagine that if I were not the host of English talk show, maybe I would feel quite lazy coming here every Tuesday, you know, in the evening. You don't feel anything like that?
Oh, well, as you know, I do have my free time. Sometimes I skip English talk shows, but that's not because...
But it's absolutely natural, as I told you.
Yeah, it's not because I don't like the event or feel it's boring, because I have some other things to do, like vacations or maybe some other events. No, I don't feel it's boring, because, there are some oldies who are good enough, like, because they have views. You never know what they will share with you. It's always a surprise. And
Oldies, you mean regular visitors?
Yes, regular visitors, not necessarily
But they can be old at the same time, like me.
You're not old, come on. And, those people, you never know what they will share, but you know for sure that it will be interesting. And then at the same time, there is this aspect of something new, like you never know who will come to you as new visitors. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you know, it's always a surprise what will happen.
Has it happened to you that you were disappointed after some meetings?
I was a bit of self-critical after I held...
When you were a host?
Yeah, when I was a host and I was substituting. It's a natural thing.
I wish I could be present.
Oh, yeah. But other than that, everything is fine. So guys, don't procrastinate and come and visit Alibek's talk show.
Yeah, Miss Tanya Zhukova knows what she says. You probably know I'm Alibek. Thank you, Tanyusha.
Thank you.